Hi guys, so today I'm going to show you and give you a few ideas of how to keep your hair looking good at home. Okay, so first things first, everyone has started to question how we're going to get our hair looking good, what we're going to do to stop roots coming out, how are we going to survive without going to a salon. Well, I'm going to give you a couple of ideas on how we're going to do this. First things first, I don't know about you, but certainly I have a drawer. They say that men have a man's drawer full of keys from 7 years ago, full of batteries, full of man things. We have a woman drawer. We have a drawer somewhere in the house or a box somewhere in the house that has serum that you bought maybe 10 years ago. You have a treatment that you know that you've never had time for, or you save them for a special occasion. You have a drawer full of random hair products that you haven't used yet, okay? Get them out. So we're gonna whip out the treatments. We're gonna start, we have a bit more time at home. We don't have to look well all the time, so we can buy in like a treatment in the roots, or all over. Like shampoo your hair, get out of the shower. So 2 shampoos, towel dry it, and then leave it on then for probably however long that you have time to do it. If it's a bit out of date, don't even worry about it, because I mean it's not gonna have really gone off, so it's still gonna be useful. So that's my one thing, would just be to spend time using stuff that you already have that you need to use. The next thing that I know everybody is worried about is your people with colored hair. How are they going to manage with their roots? What are they going to do next? Realistically, we've got two types of people. We have people with brown hair, people with blonde hair. Obviously you have your reds, I classify them as in the brown section. But what I want to do and what I want to talk to you about is how that we manage the roots, or to maintain our colour without reaching for the box dye. Please, if at all possible, don't do it. It's not worth it. You will guarantee that you'll know what shade of box colour you are after you've gone in with a light brown and it's turned black. These things happen. Please, if at all possible, let's try and maintain the colour, keep it looking well, with just some things that we can just do ourselves at home, just for more maintenance, and then hopefully in a few weeks when things get back to normal, then we can start touching up the roots as we did without having to go for colour correction. So for anybody that has brown hair, or say you don't have any grey roots, you have brown hair, you just maybe get a semi-permanent colour, to keep your hair looking the best way, just keep using good shampoos, good conditioners, keeping the colour looking vibrant, keeping it looking really well, keep it looking nice and shiny and healthy. You're really lucky that that's all you have to do. People with red hair, say sometimes they might have a few little greys through, or as people with brown hair that have a grey root, my one go-to product for you would be the colour Wow. This is amazing. I know a few people have used sprays, the kind of root sprays. I find that sometimes it just gets a bit heavy on the scalp, can sometimes get a bit cloggy, and it gets a bit sticky, and especially when people are working, they might put their hands through it and sometimes it kind of comes off on their hands. This doesn't do this. It also washes out the next day or the next time you wash your hair, so you don't end up with a build-up, you don't end up with a residue, and again, it's just a really nice way of maintaining your colour and disguising the grey. So what it does, it comes in this little box thing here. It's kind of like a little eyeshadow palette. So you have a little mirror so you can see what you're doing, and you have a little brush like this, not like an eyeshadow but not, and then you literally just pop that on the smaller brush and literally just go in to the scalp and disguise the grey. You can do this all around, so if you're wearing your hair up and you have the greys, you just go along the hairline and brush it all on. Then the bigger part then will blend it all in together. It's just a really nice, easy, simple way of applying a colour to your to grey hair. It'll give you full coverage if you spend a little bit of time, and we do have it on those greys. You can completely disguise any grey hair. It comes in so many different colours as well. There is a red option for this as well for people that have red hair, or you know, more of an auburn, kind of Irish auburn red. There is an option for that. There's a light brown, medium brown, and they do come in the shades that is said. You can get this online, like to your house, if you go on beautyfeatures.ie. I'll put the link for the website into the description, so you can actually have a look at that, and you can actually go through and you'll see all the different shades of colour wow. Comes in here. This is the medium brown. Kind of awesome, easy to use for anyone with grey, and it has like all different, obviously from blondes through to black, so you have a colour for everybody. This is what you do to disguise the grey. The last kind of people that obviously are worried about their colour is our blondes. Okay, anyone with blonde hair, when you're used to getting your highlights done every 6 to 8 weeks and you've started to get a little bit more roots, it gets a little bit scary, okay? The one thing about blonde hair is when you do your hair every let's say every 6 to 8 weeks and you're doing them roots, you're not giving your hair a little bit of a break. One thing is, think about this as a little bit of a holiday for your hair. Okay, so we're going to give it the extra like 2 to 3 to 4 weeks in between your blonde colour. The one thing that will help you and help your blonde look good is by using a nice like blonde shampoo conditioner. Tone down any of the brassy area through the rest of your hair, and also just liven, give your hair a little bit of life. My go-to would be the Sunset Boulevard, this one in Aranco. You can actually purchase Aranco on Amazon. Again, you can get it to your house, you can get it delivered, and this is sulfate free, it's paraben free, it's vegan, it is gluten free. It's basically good for anybody to use, and what it does is it will clean out the blonde, it will brighten the blonde, but it'll also give that kind of tone to it, so it starts to get, it doesn't look yellow, it doesn't look old, so you might get a little bit of a root. We're not going to worry about that too much. You're going to maybe try some little plaits, or try and like make it look a little bit discarded, headbands, something like this. But once it's nice and kind of clean and looking nice and glossy and shiny on the ends, then that's a really, really good way of keeping your blonde hair looking good. So these are my 3 top tips for keeping your hair looking good at home.